Genoa are the first ever champions of Italy. And in fact, they dominated, winning the first 3 one-day tournaments from 1898 to 1900. 1901, they were runners-up to Milan, but came back in 1902 to win another three-peat. They were basically the 1990 Chicago Bulls. They won 3 more in 1915, 23, and 24, but never have since. In fact, their last trophy win was the Coppa Italia in 1937. In recent years, they beat Venezia to win the Serie B in 2005, but were actually relegated in the same season down to Serie C because they match fixed. It only took 2 seasons for them to climb back to the Serie A, where they have played ever since. Until this season coming, where they've just been relegated. They finish in 19th place with just 28 points. This while having 28 players out on loan as well. So there's only one man who can save them right now, me. Welcome to Rebuilding Genoa. Our team is just simply way too big. We are nearly spending £800,000 a week on wages alone. And our director of football is not very good either. So I plan to bring in a better one. And a better technical director too while I'm at it. This summer, there were 61 players going out of contract. I offered new deals to 5 players with potential or quality to get us promotion. I approached Andrea Carboni on an approach to sign deal. His club had also been relegated and he has a fantastic potential at the start of the game. Although our approach triggered another 9 clubs to do exactly the same, so I doubt he will join us. I then had a £2.5 million bid accepted for Ahmed Hozic, and his wage demands weren't even that crazy. Southampton then came in for squad player Callum. Too low for my liking, but Anel agreed to join us. What a signing that is. Carboni rejected us and went to Spurs instead. Didn't need you anyway. I think using the word tumble is a bit dramatic for dropping down 6 positions in the European rankings, but maybe that's just me. I negotiated West Ham's offer for Callum to get a few extra pennies and another wage off the budget. Then Saints came back in with £2 million for him. I smell a bidding war. We then released 55 players and staff. Huge wage release. 3 signings then joined us, including 2 that were already confirmed before I even joined. Melagoni and Hernani. My next job is to get rid of the deadwood clogging up the wages. Some for free, some for very little money. I just really need them gone. Although even players who agree with everything sometimes become impossible to sell. This database is hilarious, by the way. The update puts Kamara at Villa, like they have signed in real life. And then Marseille have decided to pay £36 million for a player that they just lost for a free 18 days before.
What did he say?
Caicedo was 33 years of age and on 50 grand a week. So when interest came in, I offered him out and accepted Blackburn's £1.7 million offer. I then started a bidding war for him too. Now Maggiore is immense. He's transfer listed and I just simply couldn't resist signing him, and after a bit of negotiating, I got him for less than £5 million in total. He also didn't want too high of a wage and he'll be our best midfielder easily. A Serie A quality midfielder to help us win promotion. Maggiore agreed and signed for Genoa. This is the tactic that I have created for this game. It is a 4-2-2-2. Very attacking with a pressing style and a very high line. I've set up what I think is my favourite 11 is, including our new signings. And this is the guy I'm pinning my hopes on bagging the goals this season. If you haven't signed Kelvin Yeboah yet, correct that mistake in your own saves. We faced Sampdoria in the first round of the Coppa Italia. A club in the Serie A, so a big test for us. And what a tie it was. We took the lead in the 4th minute, then went behind 2-1, brought it back in the 88th minute, and that man Kelvin Yeboah bagged the winner around the 6-yard box. The first league game this season seen us destroy Perugia 7-1 with 5 goals coming in from our other striker, Destro. And in the second game, we beat Bari away from home 3-1, with Destro getting another 2 goals. We rotated a couple of midfielders and strikers for the third tie to avoid fatigue and to generally just rotate the squad. And we still comfortably scored with ease. Favili winning a big header above the goalkeeper, and even Destro scoring still coming off the bench. So the last game of August and 4 wins in total, we are top of the league and have drawn Spezia in the Coppa Italia. I then signed Pedro Nunes. We are weak on the left hand side and this guy is the best that we could ask for in this league. Only 600k to buy and looks decent for the standard. Crisquito is a club icon and our club captain. An offer on deadline day is laughable and was rejected. The window is now closed, the rebuild is underway, we've brought in quality players and we've sold or released another 19, not to mention all of the staff and members that were released at the start of the season. We began September hosting Spal. We took the lead through a penalty and scored soon after with a header from a corner. They got one back though through a very well worked team goal, but unfortunately for them, Kelvin Yeboah's pace and off the ball is too good, and he broke the offside trap and fired in a third. We followed on this with 3 more wins and scored another 13 goals. Fellow relegated side Venezia, however, are on the way to play the next game. Both Destro and Yeboah wasn't fit for this game, and we found ourselves 2-0 down. Thankfully though, Pedro Nuno and Ucaban scored 2 in 5 minutes to keep the unbeaten run going. We also dropped 2 points against Monza in October. We smashed home 3 victories elsewhere, with Ekuban being key in front of goal and a Destro hat-trick to finish off Brescia. Yeboah, turns out he's fractured his arm in a fall at training and has been out for 5 weeks, but now he is back. And November was rather uneventful. Despite Yeboah playing all 4 games, he's only managed 2 assists. And we've dropped 4 points in 2 draws, but still haven't lost yet. The cup game coming up soon. Fantastic play down the left-hand side through Kelvin Yeboah to get his first goal back. He then remembered what goal-scoring monster he was, and he scored another. Destro got the third and sent us through to the next round. Now, his injury hasn't helped matters, but I really do believe that we can pin our future on Yeboah. His pace and finishing ability could genuinely carry us to a win in the Serie A, which is ultimately the goal of this save. And we actually didn't concede a goal in December in the 4 games we played, and it was a maximum points in the league. That sees us top still with 49 points, but a massive task in the cup against Fiorentina up next. We have so much in the transfer and wage budget still, but I'd rather sell more of the high earners that got us relegated last season and start a revolution in the summer window. My heart was broken though when club icon Crisquito rejected our 18-month contract extension because he wanted a contract for 3 more years. We say goodbye at the end of this year. Worst thing ever, Yeboah wants to move to break into the Italy squad. Thankfully though, he loves me, and I promised we would get promotion to help out with this quest next season, and he kind of agreed. Crisis averted. In the cup match, we took the lead with a Crisquito free kick, which Fiorentina had a centre-back sent off for from the foul beforehand. And I don't know how, but we then scored 5 minutes later through Pedro Nuno, and got a third right after half-time through Hernani. We destroyed them 3-0 at their own place. Easy. 4 wins from 4 in January, but Atalanta in the next round of the Coppa Italia. Window now closed, few players on high wages out, no players needed on the ins. Unfortunately though, this is where our cup run come to an end when Matteo Pessina, who is an attacking midfielder by the way, scored 5 goals. Oh well, always next year. The following game we fell behind to Benevento. They then went on and scored a second. Luckily though, we pulled one back with Gudmundsson to make it 2-1. But Andres Tello scored early in the second half and our unbeaten league run was looking at risk. Destro found the net after, but it just simply wasn't enough. We got victories in our next 2 games, but I was gutted that we lost back-to-back. Still scoring 5 goals in those 2 games as well. Our defence is actually starting to worry me. We continue to concede goals through March and even at the start of April. All still wins, however, because of Destro or Yeboah, but I am still worrying. However, worry no more because it does mean that we have been promoted as champions with 7 games remaining after that last result. Destro and Yeboah both fighting over the golden boot this year though. And we actually continue to dominate despite already winning and won every single game until the end of the season. The highlight being a 2-0 victory against Cagliari, who actually finished in 2nd place, also gaining promotion back to Serie A. But look at the goals and average rating. Both Destro and Yeboah finished on 30 goals each with the exact same average rating. Destro, however, getting that in 1 fewer game and with 4 appearances off the bench. He also scored 1 more goal this season in total. Both overall though have been absolutely fantastic. So what's the plan? Well, Mourinho's Roma has just won the Serie A, so kind of anything is possible. And maybe an outside chance for Europa League with the right recruitment. So find out next season. If the next episode is out, I'll pop it up on the screen right now. If not, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.